Welcome to day 2 of Vancouver, which is all about North Vancouver in this vlog. If you did not watch my previous vlog, which is on day 1 in Vancouver, you can check it out up here somewhere. Otherwise, let's start with day 2, which is North Vancouver. It is awesome. So this is going to be our day 2. We are starting with some IHOP breakfast because we are hungry. We straight headed to Metrotown, which is in Burnaby, a beautiful mall, and there is this IHOP, which we thought would be the perfect spot for our breakfast in the morning to get started. Yay, Romanica! What did you get? Funny face! In North Vancouver, the top 3 spots on our list were number 1, Capilano Suspension Bridge, number 2 was Grouse Mountain, and number 3 is Cleveland Dam as well as the nearby area. I also plan to drive around the North Vancouver and check out the beautiful city and markets, especially the Lonsdale, which is very popular for its scenic view and nice shopping stops. So we are almost at Capilano Suspension Bridge. This is one of the iconic things in Vancouver and something on top of my list, so let's check this out. This is the bridge house where we can buy the tickets, and that side is the suspension park. As soon as I parked the car, the tickets was surprising $65.95 for each adult and $37.95 for a kid. But I forgot to mention that I'm a student, so I went back in. Just showed our student IDs here and we got a partial refund on our tickets. So that's something to remember. If you're a student, there's a cheaper discount for you. And I started with this Capilano Suspension Park because this is one beautiful park and all the bridges are built on top of the trees because there are long, tall, skyscraper kind of super long trees. And this is our West Coast tropical rainforest. So the sound of the rainforest and the beauty of the trees covering the sky is so amazing. And here this map shows that it's not just one suspension bridge, there is a lot more to do in this park. So we are going to go on the cliff walk, suspension bridge, treetops, as well as some other fun stuff, but we are right here. So this is the tree right here. Goes all the way. This is one skyscraper tree. Cool! That is so cool, right? This is one cool place where you can see depth, like all the way down there is river and the trees are all the way up on the sky. So we are in the middle. Everything is built with some deck. You can see the decking is expensive stuff. So it's fair enough that yes, $50+ is a lot, I understand. But once you start walking in the park, you would realize that it's worth it. You would see these totem poles all around. So these are called totem poles and they are like carving of figures on these poles, and it is an iconic thing which is coming from all the way back when First Nations and indigenous people of North Pacific were only people who lived in this land. The lineup? No, I didn't. The suspension bridge. So we waited hardly 5 minutes for the lineup, and then once it cleared, you could see the suspension bridge right in front of you. This is one crazy, shaky experience right here. I literally saw some people walk back and said, no, it's not worth going because it was too shaky. I could not capture the shakiness, but I could capture some of our memories. And that's Capilano River. There is another suspension bridge which runs on the river as well, and this is tied from one tree to another tree. It broke like a few years ago with some kind of storm, but they rebuilt everything and it's pretty sturdy. They guaranteed sturdiness. This is us live from Capilano Bridge in Vancouver.
That's amazing.
Once we cross the bridge, we are on the other side where there are all cool parks and trails which we have to check out now. And my daughter and I are both nerds. We like to read all the boards all about rainforest and all about this park when we are there. And we've spotted this one tree which is 300 feet tall. Check it out. 300 feet tall tree. is insane. 300 feet tall tree right up there. How cool is this rainforest? So we grabbed a little map and my daughter was doing some activity of finding all the cool spots in this park while I was trying to explore as much as possible in this awesome rainforest. Two things that I've learned is, one, your kids should have an activity to do on these trails, otherwise they'll go crazy. Number two, you should feed them as much as possible. Then they're okay and happy and let you do the adventure you want to do.
Is activity 4?
Right here.
Yeah. So Douglas Fair.
For example, this was one of the activities where she had to measure if a tree is as tall as her, then how old that tree would be.
Okay, next.
Red cedar.
Okay.
12
Western Hemlock.
14 years.
And the next activity
Perfect.
was to find out if a bird has wings as big as our arms, then what bird would that be? Stretch, 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 and go. And yes, you
Yes,
are
a great horned owl.
perfect.
I'm a great horned owl.
Okay. Stretch, stretch, stretch more, stretch more. Canada goose.
Yes. Oh, wait. Go down.
You are an eagle.
No, Daddy's not a eagle. He's a Canada goose. No.
Once we are done the activity, we return the whole map back and they promise you they will give the kid some kind of present or a prize, and this time the prizes were these bracelets which have seeds in it. Go home or plant it anywhere you like. It's all good. It's all gonna be a part of rainforest. Super happy. And if you plan to go to this park, make sure that you know all the guided tours. There are tons of guided tours offered. One is like where they feed the fishes, they let you feed the fishes, and they talk about all the fishes which are in this park, as well as about birds, about trees, about little insects, some bugs we never saw before, some huge birds such as owls and eagles which we didn't know about. They were right here for display and they were trying to show you that how enriched the rainforest is in the natural flora and fauna.
How big are the roots then? I think any kid would not want to climb on that tree.
So now that's the bridge right behind us, the suspension bridge, and this is the whole trail that we're going to walk for. Our next trail is Treetop Trail, which is built on top of these tall trees. It's so much fun. Like if you look from here, then you can see how far up we are gonna go and who built it. This is another tiny suspension bridge on top of the tree. It's right here, tied to the tree. And after some point we could not capture the beauty of rainforest on our camera enough, so I just enjoyed the overall walk in the rainforest. There's just another level of solace and quiet here in this place. Yes, some people are talking, but overall rainforest feeling is amazing. And look, we are on top of the Treetop Trail, and that's the stop where I showed you earlier that I'm gonna go on the treetop, and now we are here. There were lots of suspension bridges, very thin one, not like the main Capilano suspension bridge, but the thin, nice bridges for walking and exploring the rainforest.
Okay, wave to the camera.
And my little one was scared in the beginning to walk on these shaky bridges, but after some time, she was a champ. And the last attraction was the Cliff Walk, which is another cool one that was on the other side of the bridge, and it is something that they have built with these kind of glass rails, and you could just see the magnificent view all around you, and it's like walking on a cliff, which looked spooky and little crazy at some points. It was not too shaky at least, so it was more comfortable walking this way, but it was some height, and yeah, overall it's fun. and you can see the width of this boardwalk is maybe twice or thrice of my shoe size, so that's how thin it is. And that's all on Capilano Bridge Suspension Park for us, and now we straight headed to our next spot, which is not too far from this place. Next spot now is Capilano River and Cleveland Dam. There is no entry ticket for this one. It's something like a trail and place which you want to explore at your own time. Entry is free and a lot of enormous views to check out. This place is like out of the world. How beautiful. This is a place where you can actually appreciate the mountains of North Vancouver. So right here is that view that we were looking at. And then down here is the dam. Right now it's not too heavy, but when it rains a lot and the water levels need to come down, then they open the drain and you can see a beautiful waterfall on this one. It is nice trail over here. You can check out the trail. That's where I'm heading, but I'm going to turn off the camera now, so we'll see you at the next stop. But right now, Cleveland Dam and this Capilano River is a good spot if you are in this area of North Vancouver. See you in the next one. While my little one took a nap in the car, I decided to go on this trail and check it out all by myself, and yes, it was totally worth it. Nice spot. It's quite a good walk. I think it's a very beautiful place. Super quiet, and overall like a good experience. Now our next stop is to have some sushi. My daughter is crazy about sushi and we as well. So we found a nice spot on Google. It has good reviews, so let's check out that spot for sushi. After that we are coming back right here on this area, and if you see up on top there, that's the gondola we are gonna do on the Grouse Mountain. You know what time it is? Sushi time! When I asked around in North Vancouver which is a favorite sushi spot, then everybody suggested this Sushi Town, so we straight headed over there to check out their sushi. The interior and ambience is pretty nice. Overall, such a comfortable spot, and we love the taste as well. And that's the first order of our sushi. Spicy salmon and some crab, as well as some dynamite rolls. This is sushi time. After lunch, we headed on the Lonsdale Street to check out the markets. And there's also a north end and south end of this Lonsdale Street. So the south end has all like pier and seawall, dock, farmers market, galleries, and so many things to explore, while the north end is all about stores, and the beautiful view of North Vancouver is something super exciting. Another popular stop in North Vancouver is this Ernest Ice Cream Parlor. For some reason there is so much rush all around it. The lineups was pretty long and totally worth it. Very beautiful, small little ice cream place, and you could see it's popular for some reason. And here's my caramel sundae. So after we did our downtown North Vancouver walk and ice cream and everything, this is the last activity of the day, which is the gondola ride all the way from the sea to the sky. Let's see how that one is. So if you see the actual ticket for Grouse Mountain, it is actually $70 per person. But what I did is I took a sunset tour of the gondola because we already had a lot of exploration today. So sunset tour is just $25. Super saving. Excited for the gondola?
Yes, excited for the gondola.
So sunset gondola starts at 7 p.m. onwards. So we have to go up there. It's open until 9. So we have time from 7 to 9 to explore everything that Grouse Mountain offers.
It's crowded like a bus. Good evening, everyone. Welcome on board. I would like to acknowledge that Grouse Mountain is located on the unceded territories of the Coast Guard. This Squamish, Musqueam, and Flow First Nations. We value the opportunity.
And once we are above certain height, you can see the entire view of Vancouver from both sides. It is one of a kind of view, and it is pretty long. Like it's 8 minutes ride. So in 8 minutes, like you just feel like, oh, we keep going on top of this mountain. I think it is one of a beautiful experience, and I don't know why they made sunset tours cheaper. It should be more expensive, because to witness sunset from this gondola on top of a mountain is add-on to the price. And that's the best view I could capture, which shows the coast and Vancouver, all the nearby cities and mountains of the North Vancouver, and everything beautiful about British Columbia. Nice. If you want to give a whole day to Grouse Mountain, that would be not enough because there's so much that they offer. There's theater in the sky, there is a grizzly bear lookout area, as well as their habitat. There are few other rides. You can go further up on the mountain, you can take helicopter, as well as you can just walk up on the trail and come down using gondola. Tons of other activities, especially for kids. There were quite a few options. We chose one nice option that would be perfect for our 2-hour time slot. Some observatories, some museums, and a lot of things to check out on top of the Grouse Mountain. We came on the evening time, so we cannot check out a bear show, but there are other things happening around and must visit for sure. And if you're visiting with a kid just like I am, then this is such a good spot, Mountain Ropes Adventure, where you can do quite a few things around and kids have a ball in this area. Must visit if you are with kids.
I'm gonna go over there, then I'm gonna go over there, then I'm gonna go over there.
Okay, perfect. Let's go. And there's full network of these tiny little canopy bridges from one tree to another tree. So same theme like how we saw in Capilano. They are just like following along, like all the tall trees are being used for certain adventure stuff. So it's a similar feeling. That's why I did not want to spend the whole money there, and I wanted to do both spots in same day. But if you are planning for a separate day for Grouse Mountain, then you can definitely spend your entire day on this mountain. There's so much they offer. Somebody else is scared.
I'm scared, but I'm usually going on it.
They literally run these mazes kind of structures all around the trees, so kids would just get lost in there, and it's an easy 1 to 2 hour take care of kids for sure. And just like that, our 2 hours were gone in this one kids adventure area. I wish I had more time, but if you go there for the entire day, there is so much this mountain offers. And that's all for this video on North Vancouver. It is amazing. I hope you enjoyed the video because we had an awesome time here. That next video is gonna be on our day 3 in Vancouver. If you did not watch my day 1 video, it's right just below this one. And if you can follow along the entire playlist, you will probably see the whole Vancouver while sitting at your home. See you in the next video.